another happy hour hang. How is everyone feeling? How is everyone doing? Let me know how you are, what you've been up to. All of that good stuff in the chat. I see we already have things going off. George is in here. Hello, George. Please tell Vicky we said hello. Destiny is in here. Jana is in here as well. Jessica is in here. Fee Farrell is in here. Fee said, hey, y'all, I made it to a live. Finally, I caught COVID, so I'm relaxing. Can't work till Friday. Oh my gosh. Please take care of yourself. Please relax. I will say I'm happy that you can at least get into this happy hour hang while you're recovering. Fee, please take care of yourself. Also, everyone take care of yourselves. I feel like now that the weather is getting colder, wherever we all are, we're all traveling for the holidays. Like now is the time that our immune systems are going to be down. We're going to holiday parties. So everyone, make sure you are taking your vitamin C. Papa Hill swears by vitamin C, zinc, and vitamin D. So everyone, take your vitamins. Let's see who else. Robert is in here as well. Cousin is here. Melissa is here. Joy is here. Shay is here. My sister is in here. Unserious is in here as well. Amy Underwood. Dave. Hello, Jocelyn, Layla, Christy, Nicole, Cosmic Valkyrie. Hello, everyone. Miss Heather just popped in as well, Mr. Mraz. You guys, how is everyone feeling? How is everyone doing? I saw Miss Jackie X. Bella just popped in, vitamin C, zinc, and D. I love it. Nicole said, taking vitamins now. Thank you for the reminder. You are so welcome. You guys, we have so much to get into. We're going to be talking about Gypsy Rose, Liam Payne, Barry Keoghan, and Sabrina Carpenter. We're going to talk about this very interesting Katie Holmes and Suri Cruise tea. You guys know Tom Cruise low-key fascinates me. So we're going to talk about the drama that Katie Holmes recently experienced. I also love Miss Heather said currently on my deer run, aka the best walking pad in the freaking game. If you watched my pop off a couple weeks ago, I told y'all about my deer run walking pad that I'm obsessed with. Miss Heather got one. Y'all, they are amazing. You can even ask Shay to attest. She tested it out the other day when she came by my apartment and she was like, this is better than the one that she got off Amazon. So I will say I would never lead you astray. The Deer Run walking pads are chef's kiss, iconic. They really are the best. I was on mine earlier today because I was like, I need to get it together. Also, Unserious said, Selena Delulu era, Jay-Z exposed, Merry Christmas. Y'all, there is just like so much to get into today. Like I said already what we're getting into, but also the Selena of it all, the Jay-Z of it all, the Diddy of it all, the Selena defending Ariana and Ethan of it all, the Justin and Hailey of it all. And then we, of course, are gonna end with a little Taylor and Travis as well. Also, Robert just popped in. Remember, God is a Chiefs fan. Robert, that's the friggin' tea. You guys know with the membership, you get access to our members only group chat over on Discord. And we were all live texting during the game yesterday. And y'all, the Chiefs literally won by the skin of our little teats again last night. And I am fully convinced God is a Chiefs fan. There is no other explanation. I know some people are going to say Taylor Voodoo, but we literally won the game last night on a doink. Like, I think they were calling it doink to the division or something because our third string kicker, okay, third string, that's how many kickers were out at this point. Our third string kicker won the game for us by kicking a field goal, and it bounced off one of the prongs of the field goal and went in. Like, when I tell y'all, the Hill fam watching that game last night was stressed. The group chat was stressed. You should have seen the celebratory texts that were coming through as soon as we won. It was a lot. The blood pressure was elevated. The indigestion was in full-fledged full display. Everything was happening. It was also obviously the end of the Eras tour. So it was a lot happening last night, which also you guys, the uprights. Sorry, Dave. Dave's like, Madison, girl, they're uprights, not prongs. You're so right, Dave. And that is embarrassing, especially because I should know that. I cheered for many, many years and also have been a football fan for many, many years. I don't know why I said prongs, but you know, they do kind of look like prongs. Ish. Okay, that was embarrassing. That was a blonde moment. Oh, Jules is giggling about that too. You guys, I'm embarrassed. They're uprights. Why did I say prongs? This should also tell you, my brain has been all over the place. I woke up super early today, actually not fully planned. Dave said forking around. I love the puns, literally. I woke up early today because I'm getting ready to leave for my trip on Friday. So my brain was just going a million miles a minute as soon as my eyes just like my eyes opened when I was rolling over this morning. And then also obviously Golden Globe nominations came out. And so I had to make sure that I was on it for that as well. And you guys, the Golden Globes are low-key gonna be Selena's night. Amelia Perez was nominated for 10 categories. It's the most nominated film out of all of the Golden Globes. And then Only Murders in the Building received 4 nominations, and it's the second most nominated television show. I think The Bear is technically the most nominated television show, and they had 5. So Only Murders in the Building is right behind them with 4. Unserious said, pray for my peace and blood pressure. A lot going on right now. Unserious, I feel ya. It is the holidays. You got to pray for peace. That's what I always say. Just pray for peace, pray for calm. We got this. Miss Heather, I was saying the same thing. It's a Nickelodeon versus Disney showdown, you guys, in the category of Best Supporting Actress, because Selena is nominated for Amelia Perez, and then Ariana Grande is obviously nominated for Wicked. So we fully have a Disney versus Nickelodeon showdown on our hands. And off the top of y'all's head, who do you think's gonna win? The category is really, really difficult. Obviously, Margaret Qualley is also nominated in that category. There's a lot of talented people nominated. Also, hi Shailene, I'm so happy that you made it. Hello, hello. Jessica said, I watched it, but I skipped through a lot of the singing. Love Only Murders. Oh, talking about Wicked? Or which one? What are you talking about? Robert said, Owen Miley is nominated for an original song. Another Disney girly. Also, Jelena just popped in as well. Jessica said, I never thought I'd see this, but Selena. I mean, I kind of feel like Selena could take it. Now, Zoe Saldana is also nominated as well. Also for her role in Amelia Perez. So, we'll see. I think I am... Admittedly, and I know people are gonna see, Terry said Ariana Grande. See, Wicked is so incredibly popular. Wicked was also nominated in one of the new categories for, I think it's like Best Cinematic Achievement, I think is the title of it, which I think it has a really strong chance of winning because it's, I think, like tripled its box office budget. It's made so much money. I think it'll be really hard. I want Selena to get her flowers because I feel like she always gets nominated and gets really close, and then no one ever lets her see that award through to the finish line. So I am hoping that Selena can pull out a win because honestly, Ariana will probably get nominated again for Wicked too. But obviously, like I said, there's a lot of talented people nominated. That category is going to be really hard. So I will be very interested to see what happens. I personally will be watching the Golden Globes on January 5th because now I'm dialed in. I need to know. And then I saw someone say, wait, they're nominated in the same category. So yes, Ariana and Selena are both nominated for Best Supporting Actress in a comedy musical. Selena is nominated for Amelia Perez, and Ariana is nominated for Wicked. Now, Cynthia Erivo was also nominated for Best Lead Actress for her role in Elphaba, or her role as Elphaba in Wicked. And like I said, Wicked was also nominated individually. I think Wicked got a total of 8 nominations. So Wicked is also pretty heavily nominated as well, which I'm excited about. Some other shows that I feel like are not getting enough hype for their nominations, just because I feel like everyone's super dialed in on the Selena Ariana stuff, which literally same. True Detective was also nominated, which the current season of True Detective, if you have not watched it on HBO Max, so freaking good. 12 out of 10 for my true crime people, my paranormal people. You will love it. It is so good. So True Detective also got some recognition, and so did Disclaimer, which is on Apple TV. And I feel like I've mentioned this before at some point. But Disclaimer on Apple TV also got some recognition. Jason Segel for Shrinking got some recognition, which the Hill fam and I love Shrinking. It is one of the few shows that my dad will actually sit down and watch. That's also on Apple TV. So Jason Segel and I think Harrison Ford also got nominated too. So again, you guys know I love TV. I love movies. So the Golden Globes for me are like one of my faves. And I also feel like it's easier to watch more of the things that are nominated for Golden Globes as opposed to maybe the Oscars. So I'm ready for January 5th. I'm ready to see who is going to win. Also, Nikki Glazer is hosting, and y'all know that she is a fellow Swiftie, so we must support a fellow Swiftie. You know what I mean? I'm seeing, mixed reviews of Selena and Amelia Perez, which is totally fine. You know what I mean? And not every movie, not every performance is everyone's cup of tea. So we'll see. We will see who ends up coming out on top. I think it's funny. Marie said, I'm sorry, but Ariana's acting wasn't that great. Marie's like, honestly, I don't know if either of them are going to win. No, that just like bluntness and to the point. I was living for it, Marie. That stopped me in my tracks and made me giggle. Okay, let's go ahead, you guys, and get into this tea because Miss Ace also, hi, I didn't get to say hello. I wanted to make sure I said hello to you when you popped in. Let's go ahead and get into this tea because we have a lot to discuss. Like I said, Gypsy Rose, Liam Payne, Jay-Z, Diddy, Selena, Ariana, Ethan, Justin, Taylor, Travis, like a lot. Also, hi, Amy Poole. Hello, hello. If you guys are here and you haven't given, hi, Patty. If you guys are here and you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, please go ahead and do so. And now, first, we're going to kick things off talking about Gypsy Rose because, y'all, we've been following the Gypsy Rose saga from the beginning, and I feel like there's finally light at the end of the tunnel, so I had to fill y'all in. Gypsy Rose is almost a totally divorced woman. TMZ confirmed that her and Ryan Anderson have reached a settlement in their divorce. A judge still has to sign off on it to make it like official, but they have come to an agreement. They were able to move up the date of their official separation because if you guys remember with Louisiana law, in order for your divorce to be granted, you have to live apart for 6 months. And so they weren't actually going to be able to finalize the divorce until next year, but they were able to fix those dates and fix the filing. So that's why now they're able to kind of get this divorce moving, which I'm sure Gypsy Rose wanted to do considering she's expecting a baby with Ken Urker, who is not her soon-to-be ex-husband, Ryan Anderson. So the divorce is on its way to being finalized. They decided that neither party is going to get spousal support, but they still do have a few assets to divide because there were some contracts in place, obviously, before they decided to go their separate ways. So Gypsy Rose on her way to being an officially divorced woman. Crystal, we were just catching up. We were talking about Golden Globe nominations. Now we're talking about Gypsy Rose and how she is on her way to almost being officially divorced. Jessica said, I wonder if she's going to marry Ken right away. I kind of was thinking that too. And if you remember a while back, she did give Ken a ring, like a promise ring. So I'm hoping that that will maybe like tied him over for a little bit, tied her over for a little bit, because I do think she needs some time in between the divorce and getting her married, focus on having the baby, you know, starting that whole new chapter together. But it's Gypsy Rose. So I will say never. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, as soon as the divorce is finalized, her and Ken are like, we're engaged and also planning a wedding. That would not shock me in the slightest. So we, of course, will be waiting to see. Again, Gypsy Rose is one of those situations that I just personally can't turn away. I don't love what she's famous for, but it is a saga, and it is a tea-filled one, and it is something I just can't rip my eyes away from at this point. But we shall see what happens. Unseri said, can Gypsy heal in peace? We don't give an F. She does need to heal in peace, for sure. Hopefully she is able to do that. Unserious, I'm with ya. Okay, moving on, you guys. Let's go ahead and get into this Liam Payne tea as well. Miss Jackie X said facts. So you guys, I'm curious where your thoughts are on this, because Liam's ex, Kate Cassidy, is receiving, also hi Abby, is receiving some mixed feedback in regards to her TikTok return. Valerie, we're just starting to talk about Liam Payne. We talked about Gypsy Rose, the Golden Globes, so you didn't miss too much. So you guys, Kate Cassidy, Liam Payne's girlfriend, returned to TikTok with a compilation video, okay, of private moments between her and Liam Payne. It was like them holding hands, laying in bed, them at their house, them dancing, them with the dog. And she captioned the compilation video, hi poetry chick. She captioned the compilation videos just saying, I love you. And some people, okay, did not think it was appropriate for her to post this video. Other people felt like this was her way to grieve. What do you guys think? What do you think about Kate Cassidy's TikTok return being a compilation video of private moments of her and Liam? Jonna said too soon. Jessica said, I feel like she's clout chasing now. That was her partner. She's grieving. That's what Shailene said. JC said people need to stop telling people how to grieve. I think it's her way of getting through it. Miss Jackie X said, that sounds sweet. Betty says, hi Betty. I think it's mourning. I think grief is a hard thing to tackle. She's just figuring it out. I don't believe she meant any malice behind it. I don't think there was any poor intent behind her posting this. I genuinely do think she is grappling with her life changing in an instant. You know what I mean? Obviously, she lost the love of, they were allegedly going to get married. We know she posted that Liam wanted to marry her. You know, did lose the love of her life, did lose her future husband. Also, her life changed. You know, she obviously is no longer living where she was living. They no longer share a home together. You know, I think a lot of things for her have changed in an instant. And I don't think there's a right way or wrong way to do things. I feel like she also has been getting so much hate on social media, as you guys know, that I disagree with. I think she's been getting blamed for things that she should not be getting blamed for. I think people have been over-analyzing everything she does in her grieving process. So I want to make sure I'm not contributing to that. And I just think it's one of those things that she's grieving and we might not understand the way she's grieving, but that's almost like not for us to understand. You know what I mean? I feel like she's going to mourn in her own way. And if putting together, you know, a video that she can look back on when she's struggling of all of their happy times together, I'm never going to drag someone for that. You know what I mean? I think creating memories like that can be extremely therapeutic and extremely healing. It's like when people throw themselves into work. Her work is social media. So she's throwing herself into work and also grieving at the same time. I can understand why people would think it feels a little icky. I see your point, but I just feel like we need to try to give her a little grace. Again, like I said, her world changed in an instant. And I think we just need to give her a little space. Betty, she returned to TikTok and posted a compilation video of a lot of moments that her and Liam shared, private moments, like things that were very clearly just from her camera roll. And she captioned it saying, "I love you." And some people feel like she shouldn't have shared those moments, and other people feel like this is just her way of grieving. It's been very mixed reviews on her posting this Liam video. Unserious said, "No shame, but share with friends and fam, not the fans." I totally see both sides of the situation. I see both sides of the situation. I do feel like One Direction fans would want to see that. I feel like One Direction fans were very passionate about Liam. They're also still struggling, so I feel like there are some that would want to see that, and I'm sure in that same breath, there's some who wouldn't want to see that, you know? Also, hi Crimson Rose, I didn't see you pop in. I wanted to make sure I saw you and said hello. Betty Ann said, "I think it's so sad, it's her pain and we have to respect that." Crystal said, "Also, that was her relationship. She knew Liam and I don't really feel like it's appropriate to say what she should do." I don't think she did it for them. I think it was for herself. The coffee maker, there it goes. Dave said, "It's her doing, expressing her love for him." The Cosmic Valkyrie said, "Non-famous people do this all the time. It's healing for some people." Hippie Heart Love said, "I lost my mom and sister a year apart. I was able to make a couple videos of my mom, but I haven't been able to finish one for my sister yet. I'm not mad at her." It is healing. I'm with you, Hippie Heart Love. I think it's healing looking back on videos, looking back on text messages, hearing their voice if you can hear it again, you know. But again, everyone is different, and I just don't feel like it's our place to judge one way or the other, you know? But let's go ahead and move on and get into the Barry Keoghan, Sabrina Carpenter tea, and just continue to share our thoughts, prayers, and positive vibes, obviously, to Liam Payne's family, friends, and fans. Okay, you guys, so over the weekend, Barry Keoghan took to Twitter to respond to the hate he's been receiving since rumors began circulating that he cheated on Sabrina Carpenter with influencer Brecky Hill, which y'all know I'm online a lot, but I did not know who this Brecky Hill girl was before the situation, and I know her last name's Hill and my last name's Hill, but the name Brecky is it a nickname? Someone let me know, because I did not know who this girl was until this whole situation. Someone did ask me about her last week when the rumors were just starting to circulate. And I thought this girl, even before I looked into her profile and like did a little creep, she was giving me clout chasing vibes, and crazy how I was right on the mother effing money. Okay, anyway. So Barry Keoghan is upset that all these people have been dragging him for allegedly cheating on Sabrina Carpenter. He tweeted and said that he can only sit and take so much. He said, "My name has been dragged across the internet in ways I don't usually respond to. I have to respond now because it's getting to a place where there are too many lines being crossed." He said people were saying horrible things about his mother, knocking on his grandmother's door, standing outside of his ex's home where his child is. He wrote about his son saying, quote, "Each and every day I work harder to push myself on every level to be the healthiest and strongest person for that boy. I want to provide opportunities for him to learn, fail, and grow. I want him to be able to look up to his daddy, to have full trust in me, and know I will have his back no matter what. I need you to remember he has to read all of this about his father when he's older. Please be respectful to all." Now, I'm going to say this in the most respectful way possible. because I feel this way about Tristan Thompson too, when he's like, one day my kids are gonna have to read this. Well, if you didn't give your kids something to read about, they wouldn't have to read it one day. If you could keep your you-know-what in your pants and be faithful, the internet wouldn't be chattering and saying god-awful things about you that your son would one day have to read. Now, that is what irritates me. Also, you guys know, I said personally when all of this was just exactly, he never said he didn't do it. He never denied it. He was just trying to make people feel bad for coming at him, which y'all know I do not condone online bullying, obviously. I don't condone some of the horrible things that were said about him. I don't condone people showing up at his ex's house, his grandmother's house. That's creepy. That's crossing the line. Do not do that. Obviously, no one here would do that, but just in general, don't do that. However, you were out being shysty, allegedly. You're not denying that you were being shysty. I told you guys he gave me, personally, F-boy energy. And I, low-key, feel like I was pretty spot on with that situation. Also, too, I told you guys, I feel like you have to be careful with influencers because we have to remember that even though this is a negative story, it's giving her attention, it's giving her views, it's giving her clicks. This girl has been on her TikTok reposting TikToks about the cheating allegations, liking comments, literally reposting every video that names her in the video. Like, cringe behavior, but also she's, I think, early 20s. So, of course, in her mind, she's like, hey, if it's getting me clout and followers, who cares why I'm getting clout and followers? It's going to make me more money in the long run. Crazy. I would not want to be known for that person. But you know what? Girl, go off. That's probably why Brecky Hill has more followers than I do, because she is almost saying, paint me with the scarlet letter. I don't care. Couldn't be me. But girly, go off, you know? Unseri said, no shade, I don't know him, but he looks 45, he can do better. She can do better. Oh, talking about Brecky or Sabrina. I feel like he had potential. You know what I mean? I feel like he had potential. When I would hear him talk about Sabrina in interviews and see them together, I feel like they did have potential. Also, you know, seeing them at Coachella with Taylor and Travis over the, summer, I feel like that was a really sweet, cool moment. But I don't know, just not loving what I'm seeing as of late. You know what I mean? Also, hi Care Bear Gratitude. I'm so happy that you made it. And also Hannah, I'm so happy you made it as well. Betty said, so the mother of his child is asking Sabrina's fans to stop bullying him. I don't know if the mother of his child has spoken out, but he has spoken out and said, please stop. One day my son's going to have to read this. And also, I think, which is fair, if people are sitting outside of their home, that is creepy. People going up allegedly to his grandmother's home, that is creepy. All of that, obviously, do not do that. You know what I mean? Bella said, wait, is he a bad guy? Damn, Sabrina has bad taste in men. But hey, no judgment here. I'm even worse picking up. I'm dying. Bella, here's the thing. When they first got together, I know that they were kind of on and off, and he did have this bad boy reputation. But again, you always hope that they're going to turn it around, right? And I felt like the way he talked about Sabrina was positive. Even when the cheating rumors were just beginning, I said, I don't want to believe that he would do this. No one wants to believe that someone's a cheater. I did say he does give me F-boy energy a little bit, because that was just me being honest. And that was also because we had heard over and over that him and Sabrina kind of had an on and off again relationship whenever they would get super busy. So I kind of was just making those assumptions. But the fact that, yeah, during this whole spiel about him getting backlash and how it's been terrible and asking people to stop because his son is going to have to read this one day and all of this, he didn't once say it wasn't true. He didn't once deny it. He was just like, please stop saying horrible things. People make mistakes. I hope my son knows that if he makes a mistake, I'll be there to support him still. That's giving, I did it. Also, it doesn't, in my opinion, I also believe it doesn't help that, like I said, this girl is on TikTok reposting everything about them. Like, if I were Barry Keoghan, I would say, hey girl, I'm glad you're enjoying your 15 minutes, but you've got to stop reposting these TikToks. It's making my life terrible. Unserious said, Sabrina needs a cutie like the CEO under... Unserious. Oh my gosh. I have seen people romanticizing him. That is so insane. Yeah, I've seen people romanticizing him. I feel like it's very similar to the Joe Goldberg and you, but not, yeah, no. That is crazy, and I do not understand people being like thirsting after this guy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's insane. Always and Forever said, who are these people? Why do they have time to do this? I can barely go to the restroom without my child following me. Always and Forever. Very, very, very good point. Juliana said, can we briefly discuss the New York unaliver? He's everywhere. Yes. So this, I almost did put this actually on the rundown because I feel like it's a little bit conspiracy related, and we do all live for that a little bit. But yes, really quick, for I'm sure everyone who's seen it, the CEO of United Healthcare was unalived outside of his building in New York. And it's very weird. The details surrounding the whole situation, like there were words left on the shell casings at the scene. This person was completely covered. It was almost like a movie. Like, it did not feel real. It was crazy, and they've been trying to track him down. A lot of people have almost been, and I don't like to say this, but it is what's happening. A lot of people are almost like applauding him because they feel like it's vigilantism, because obviously insurance companies are a hot topic here in Los Angeles, in America and in Los Angeles. A lot of people have a lot of issues with insurance companies, the people at the top. And so I think there were a lot of theories of what could have possibly been the motivator in this situation. I've been reading all the theories. It's not totally out of bounds to me that somebody would take matters into their own hands, because like I said, people have a lot of criticisms. A lot of people have been wronged. A lot of people have been screwed over by our healthcare system, by insurance companies. But they did finally, as of today, they have a person of interest in custody. And they released his name, and in true internet fashion, okay, people are romanticizing this guy. They're saying he's so, and this is just the person of interest. We do not know if he is actually the person who did this. But, you know, he blew up with a bunch of followers. He has like, I think over 65,000 followers now on Instagram. People are thirsting after him. People are saying that, you know, he is attractive and they're here for it and all of this stuff. I mean, it's just, you know, it's how the internet works. But it has been a very, very, very big deal here in the US. It's been talked about. And like I said, I saw JC say, I work in medical coding and billing. I'm not surprised. United Healthcare is the actual worst. I'm shocked it hasn't happened until now. I am with you, JC. I feel like, again, the healthcare system here is crazy. Insurance companies are very greedy, in my opinion. And you guys know Papa Hill is a doctor, and he would tell you the exact same thing. Papa Hill could do a whole happy hour hang on his issue with insurance companies being a medical provider. And so that's why this is just such a huge deal. It does again, feel like people taking back something. I think, again, it kind of feels like that vigilante story. And it's just, it's absolutely, absolutely insane. Also, too, I think like we are in a delicate state as a country. We're getting ready to, you know, transfer power over in January. It's just like a lot of things. JC, I feel like you and Papa Hill would have a lot to talk about if you do billing and coding, because I'm sure you guys would have just a field day talking about all of the things that you see. He also was not, he is with the people. He was not surprised that this happened. Neither was Mama Hill. Mama Hill, my parents used to own a medical practice in Kansas City, so they both dealt with insurance companies a lot. Not obviously not anymore, but they both were not surprised that something like this happened. Because, you know, a lot of times these people are getting wealthy off of people who are suffering. And after a while, someone is going to want to fight back against that. It's not right. 1,000,000% not right. There is still a family who no longer has their dad, their brother. I don't know his family's situation, but I'm just saying there's still people mourning right now. So I feel like we need to tread lightly. But yeah, so it was crazy. It's been a really, really big story here in the US. It's been nuts. And yeah, I don't want to, you know, romanticize him by any means. I understand why people are. I get the allure. I get that that's how the internet is. I get that's how, you know, internet culture is. But yeah, just absolutely, absolutely insane. Insanity. Also, I saw someone pop in, Nessa pop in, and I wanted to make sure I said hello. Okay, let's go ahead and get back to the rundown, but I'm glad we were able to get into that because it is insane, and I did almost add it to the rundown today since that they did end up detaining a person of interest. But if y'all are interested in this, we can keep following it because it is a really big topic on social media, and y'all know I always want to make sure that you guys know what's going on. I never want you to be somewhere and someone brings up a topic and you're like, wait, what? Because then I will have failed. So I am glad that we brought this up. Now y'all know if people bring up United Healthcare and a man being detained for unaliving the CEO of United Healthcare, now you know what is the basic tea, why people are also talking about this man on social media. And we can definitely get into it more for sure. Real Life Southern Barbie said, Madison Healthcare everywhere just gets worse. He looks like James Franco, right? Anyone else think that too? He kind of does, actually. That I didn't think of that until you just said that, but not wrong. Also, hi, Miley. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. You're an absolute icon. Live, laugh, love you. Okay, Hannah, I definitely will keep you guys posted. I saw Jelena said I'm def interested. We can keep definitely talking about this, you guys, because I'm interested as well. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this Katie Holmes tea really quick, and then oh my God, we haven't even talked about Jay-Z, you guys. Sorry, this is gonna be a little bit of a long happy hour hang. So this Katie Holmes tea, I'll get into it really quick. So last week, the Daily Mail put out a report that Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise's daughter, Suri, which if you want to feel old, okay, she turned 18. I remember when she was born. And allegedly when she turned 18, she got part of her trust fund, okay, from Tom Cruise. According to the Daily Mail, Tom Cruise had to set up a trust fund for Suri Cruise as part of him and Katie's divorce agreement. So there was this report that because Suri had turned 18, she became a millionaire. She received part of her trust fund and she would receive the other part when she turned 30. They split it up that way, so that way she wouldn't be overwhelmed by, you know, the millions and millions hitting her bank account. Now, Katie Holmes is not happy that this story went public. She is clapping back. She's out here claiming it's false, which I'll be honest, I don't really think it's false. But I do think that she doesn't want people talking about this for a valid reason. So you guys, Katie Holmes posted a screenshot of the Daily Mail headline, and on top of it wrote, "Completely false, Daily Mail, you can stop making stuff up." Then she responded to a comment that essentially was calling Katie Holmes out for first world problems. This comment was like, "Oh my God, this is what you guys are worried about? Like, imagine not being able to pay your rent or not being able to eat this month. Like, oh, I wish I had your problems." And Katie Holmes responded and was like, "I agree with you. I understand what you're saying, but I also don't want my child to have a target on her back," which I will say I do think is fair. I probably would not want it to be public knowledge that my child became a millionaire when she turned 18 because of a trust fund that her dad set up, who, you know, some people feel some type of way about her dad because of his religious ties. So I personally feel like she was clapping back in an effort to kind of throw people off the scent of this story because it was really blowing up, not necessarily saying it's not true. You know, I know she said, "Can you stop making stuff up?" Completely false. But her responding to that comment being like, "I don't want a target on my kid's back," that I feel like was more the motivation than, you know, anything else. But again, that's just me. Betty said, "I still remember when Katie's father helped her escape her marriage to that loony." Oh my God. Their divorce was crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. No, she doesn't see him. You're right, Tabitha. Also, Tabitha, I don't think I told you an official hello, so I want to make sure I tell you an official hello. But no, Suri does not use his name anymore. Never sees her dad. No, she is with Katie Holmes all the time. But crazy that she's 18. I don't know, but I don't know why that absolutely just shook me to my core. I was like, she's 18? How did that happen? I literally remember seeing tabloids about her, Katie Holmes being pregnant with her being born, all of the fallout after she was born because she didn't want her to be raised by Scientologists. Like, I remember all of that. Crazy. Joy said, "But come on now, how many kids are millionaires from turning 18? So why is her story so public?" I agree. I see where Katie's coming from. You don't want people, especially in today's day and age, you don't want the internet knowing what your kid has. I feel that, you know what I mean? Unserious, she's famous for being Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes's child. And Katie Holmes is famous because she's an actress. 100% Madison. I feel like it just makes it a bigger story. We could have all assumed that she would be loaded just because of her parents are also T. You're right. It kind of almost went the other way. T. Okay, let's go ahead, you guys, and move on and get into the Jay-Z and Diddy situation. I want to make sure we have time to discuss all of that. So you guys, Jay-Z has finally and officially been dragged into the Diddy mess of it all. You guys know that people have been having their own theories about Jay-Z. People have been saying he's next. People have been saying, "I think he's involved in this." People have had their thoughts and theories about Jay-Z and Diddy basically since the downfall of Diddy started. And now, finally, Jay-Z's name, well, I don't want to keep saying finally, but now Jay-Z's name is in an official capacity being brought into the situation. Also, if you guys are here and you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, will you please go ahead and do so, because I know people are going to want this tea. And I want to make sure that if they haven't gotten their YouTube notification yet, that they're able to get their YouTube notification. So if you're here and you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, please go ahead and do so. So you guys remember the lawyer, Tony Busby. He is the one out of Texas. We've talked about him before. He is the one who represents over the 120 alleged victims of Diddy. He's the one who's done press conferences. He has really not taken his foot off of Diddy's neck since he started representing some of these alleged victims. Back in October, you guys, Tony Busby filed a lawsuit against Diddy and another unnamed rapper. The lawsuit was filed under a Jane Doe who claimed that at a 2000s VMAs after party when she was 13, Diddy and an unnamed rapper assaulted her. I believe this is also the lawsuit where she claimed another female celebrity watched this happen, but don't fully quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure this is that same lawsuit. Anyway, now this lawsuit that was originally filed in October has been refiled currently, was refiled yesterday, with the Jane Doe naming Jay-Z as the previously unidentified other man involved in the assault. So the lawsuit was filed in October. Jane Doe said Diddy and an unnamed rapper assaulted me. Now here we are months later. She has refiled and said, actually, that unnamed other person was Jay-Z. Now, for those of you who might be thinking, Madison, this sounds a little sus. Why is she coming out now saying it's Jay-Z? Why didn't she say that from the beginning? Well, if you guys remember, when Tony Busby did his first press conference, okay, saying, I'm representing these 120 people, they have accusations against Diddy and other people who are absolutely going to blow your mind, your jaws are gonna drop. When he did this press conference, he said, we have sent out letters to those who are being accused. We are giving them an opportunity to make things right. That way they can stay anonymous, they don't have to testify, and also we don't have to put our clients through a trial where they have to testify. So letters have gone out, and we are giving people the opportunity to do what he believes is the right thing. Okay? Obviously, in my personal opinion, Jay-Z was sent one of these letters. He did not want to comply with Tony Busby's demands, which is why now Tony Busby has refiled and said, oh, yep, you know what? This lawsuit, now your name is no longer anonymous. We're revealing who my client is accusing. Now, Jay-Z did release a statement denying everything he's being accused of, you guys. He said that he is most heartbroken for his family, as he is going to have to sit his kids down and explain this to them, as one of his kids is old enough to see what's happening on social media and likely be asked about it by their friends. He also attacked Tony Busby's character, accusing him of blackmail, being an ambulance chaser, accusing him of extortion. Jay-Z also filed to dismiss the lawsuit against him. And he has also, you guys, asked a judge to make the accuser share her identity publicly instead of hiding behind Jane Doe. Jay-Z's filing calls this whole thing a campaign that was cynical and calculated to force a payment of an exorbitant sum of money. He once again accused Tony Busby of doing this for the wrong reasons. Jay-Z asked the court to deny the victim's motion or disclose her identity to the public immediately. Okay, so Jay-Z is saying, I didn't do it, and also, if my name is public, her name should be public. And again, he thinks Tony Busby is doing this just for money. Suri said Jay-Z's downfall is biblical. He's a known Satanist. Tammy, also hi Tammy, my baby got married. Tammy, congratulations. That is so incredible. I'm so happy for you. Please send pics in the group chat. Also, Unseri said Nicki Minaj and Jaguar Wright deserve apologies right now. Jaguar Wright is one of the people who has been making these allegations against Jay-Z for a while now. She was the one who also went on Piers Morgan, which then forced Piers Morgan to have to give an apology to Beyonce and Jay-Z. Now, something else that I want to tell y'all that is really weird. Beyonce's mom, Miss Tina, she liked an Instagram post about Jay-Z's allegation. She liked a post from ABC7 Chicago where the headline read, Jay-Z, Diddy named in a lawsuit alleging rape of a girl 13. And Tina Knowles liked this Instagram post. Didn't comment on it. Didn't say that's not true. Liked it. And I don't know why that is really giving me a lot of pause. That just feels really weird. And if I'm reaching y'all, tell me, like, call me out. But that feels weird, right? Okay, Jelena said that's odd. Jessica said that's weird. Or that's an eyebrow. Yeah, that's weird. That's an eyebrow raise. Okay. Yeah, so that is scary. That's disgusting. Soft and Spicy said this. Superstar Bella said Tina been messy AF. I just thought that was so weird. I'm like, if your son-in-law, which, again, we have, Tammy just said, which Tammy, I don't know which child got married, but if your child's partner, okay, was publicly accused of something to this magnitude, would you like an Instagram post that was informing people about these allegations? It's weird. It's weird. I don't know. I was like trying to think of why she would have possibly liked this. Like, you guys, this has been sitting with me all day and I've been dying to sit here and talk to you guys about it because I'm like, this is so weird, right? Please tell me I'm not crazy. And now you guys are making me feel seen. And thank you for not thinking I'm crazy or reaching, because I literally was like, that's bizarre. I was like, maybe she didn't read the headline all the way and just saw Jay-Z and then liked it. But then I was like, how do you not see that headline all the way? I mean, it literally said Jay-Z Diddy. So if anyone has been watching anything, you wouldn't want to see your son-in-law's name next to Diddy in any capacity. So yeah, just really bizarre. Really weird. Unserious said, Jelzy is guilty, been anonymous. Being anonymous is a woman's right. Well, that's why I don't know if the judge will make her share her identity. Because victims of these crimes normally do have the right of anonymity, especially in New York. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to go for him. Obviously, he's saying my reputation's being ruined. I want yours ruined too. But I also just think this whole thing is low-key kind of making him look worse. I don't know. Just my opinion. Miss Jackie X said, Maddie, do you have any info or updates on the divorce rumors for Beyonce and Jay-Z? So the last update I saw was a couple months ago, and I think we talked about it when they were allegedly seen going into a lawyer's office. And there were rumors that Beyonce was like talking to friends who are lawyers and was rumored to be getting advice, that they had met with a criminal attorney and a divorce attorney. That is the last I've heard about it. I haven't heard anything else. And it's so weird because we obviously haven't seen Beyonce or Jay-Z do any major interviews in forever. Even Beyonce's most recent interview in GQ, remember I told you guys how the writer specifically said all of these questions were answered via email, which means she was not sitting down for them to be able to banter back and forth and ask follow-up questions. She was given questions and she typed out responses that, you know, obviously are vetted from a publicist, possibly a lawyer, you know. So the whole thing is weird and it's almost hard to get a read because they haven't even really been in public enough for us to be able to get a feel of what's going on. So it's really strange, but that's the last I heard was just, again, and that was a blind item. So y'all know how I am about blind items. I'm very careful with them. So I want to make that clear. Those were blind items about the attorneys, but that's the last I heard. And because we have not seen them publicly, it's really hard to freaking know and get a feel one way or the other. Crimson Rose said, I have a feeling that J-Lo is the female, but she will comply to save face and not be outed. Crimson Rose, I believe when we talked about this lawsuit back in October, you know that I do not disagree with your theory. And I told y'all what one of my friends told us who has worked closely and been around J-Lo that, you know, her and Diddy are just allegedly, again, this is what somebody told me personally, that they are just both on that same level, and that is why they are so loyal to one another, and that is why they know certain things about one another, and that is why no one has spoken out against one another, because they both just are that same ick. Allegedly, that is absolutely allegedly, reportedly, that was told to me, but you know what I mean. On the level of illegal activities, Betty, using people for illegal activities, doing icky things at freak-offs. Dave said reaching about like a T-Rex, not very far. Unseri said JLZ can't fathom his status, can't save him anymore. But I think he does believe that, you know, the thing too that my cousin was actually texting me too, asking me questions about this whole thing today. You know, I said something that we need to also recognize about Jay-Z and Diddy is that they have deep pockets, okay? So they can really obviously Diddy is being criminally charged. Let me make one thing crystal clear. Jay-Z is not being criminally charged. This is a civil lawsuit. He has not been arrested. He could not be spending time behind bars as of right now. Right now, this is a civil case. It is not a criminal case. No criminal charges have been brought against Jay-Z. None. But having said that, Jay-Z and Diddy both have very, very deep pockets, okay? And they can fight these civil cases for probably a lot longer than Tony Busby's firm could keep up, than these, you know, alleged victims could even be, you know, put money towards. And I think that's the only possible unfortunate thing, is that they have deep pockets to really fight this. Whether they're innocent or not, they have the money to fight it. And you're right, Nidza, the statute of limitations up, so all she can do is civil. And I imagine if there is more evidence that comes up in regards to anyone else who's involved in Diddy, they will do what they did with Diddy. They will use the civil lawsuits in order to gain evidence to possibly criminally charge these people if they can. Unseri said, don't forget what J-Lo did to Kyle Marissa Roth, R.I.P. It's getting crazy, you guys. And my sister sent me an interview clip from Cat Williams, who said like 2024 is the year that everyone's going down, and correct. But it's only going to get crazier. And I think more allegations, more people coming forward. And remember, I think it was only like a month or two ago when that source spoke to People magazine and said, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, there's so much more that's going to come out. Everyone prepare. So everyone prepare. Okay, let's go ahead and move on, because I just saw the time and I have been, sorry guys, I was chatting a lot today. We had a lot to get into today. I knew we would. If you're here and you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, please go ahead and do so. We're about to get into the Selena, Ariana, and Ethan tea. So you guys, Selena Gomez recently showed some support to Ariana Grande over her, what I call, controversial relationship to Ethan Slater. You guys remember back in October, Ariana did an interview with Vanity Fair where she opened up about her relationship with Ethan Slater. Again, this came out in October. This is the interview where Ariana said that disreputable, evil tabloids were fueling speculations about how their relationship began. What's worse is that people believed the worst of their relationship. She talked about how upsetting it was that everyone was, you know, bashing Ethan, blah, blah, blah. And back when this interview happened, there was an account on Instagram that posted about it and posted Ariana's quotes about Ethan. They took her whole quote about the tabloids, people saying wrong things about him, how the press created something to pay their bills, how Ethan is the best person ever. He spreads himself thin to be there for the people he loves. Well, for some reason, Selena must have just gotten this post on her Discover page because although this interview happened in October, just a few days ago over the weekend, Selena Gomez commented on this post and she wrote amen in all caps with a bunch of clapping emojis. So people are taking this as Selena Gomez supporting Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater's relationship. And y'all know I go hard in the paint. I go hard in the paint for Selena. I am fighting for my life in these streets for Selena. However, Selena, if we're gonna really like applaud a relationship and really say, amen, sister, amen, the press is brutal, F the press, F the haters. If we're gonna do that to somebody, Ariana and Ethan are sadly just not it. And you know what? I'm going to give Selena the benefit of the doubt. You know what? During a lot of this, she was filming Amelia Perez. She might not know the full context. She might not know. She might not have seen Lily J giving interviews saying, Ariana's not a girl's girl. I was blindsided. I found out on TMZ. Selena is busy. You know what I mean? Selena is doing 1,000 projects at once. It is quite possible she did not know the backstory of Ariana and Ethan. And what she is saying, amen, sister, to is, you know what? Sometimes the press can be brutal about our men, and it is awful and terrible, and we know the real them, and that's all that matters. That's what I'm thinking Selena was saying amen to. But just, those headlines about Selena Gomez supporting Ariana and Ethan, y'all, I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. I was like, uh-oh, not good. A Discover page is on Instagram when, it might not be called a Discover page, I might have just showed my age. But you know when you go to like the magnifying glass and it's just a bunch of suggested posts? That's the Discover page. And I know sometimes you get, I know like on my Discover page personally, I get random posts not in chronological order. Like they're just from random things about things that I like housewives, Disney, food recommendations, celebrities. And so I don't know if this popped up on her Discover page, Betty. I was just being silly because I was like, why else would Selena comment on this post from October? But she did. She commented on this post from October and she was rooting for her girl, for Ari and Ethan. And y'all, like I said, I mean, you guys know, do I not always give our girl the benefit of the doubt? I'm always fighting for her. You know what I mean? But this one, I was like, oops. But again, she's been very busy. Amelia Perez took over her life. That was in the midst of a lot of this drama. And so, you know what? She might not have known. Now, Tina Knowles knew what post she was liking. Selena, I don't think she was fully caught up. You know what I mean? I don't think she was fully caught up. Shailene said, you do, Madison. I'm hoping. Superstar Bella said, Ariana is like Leanne Rimes out here dating someone's husband. Leanne tanked her career, so did Alicia Keys. Oh, Alicia Keys? You think? Oh, 1-800 find a man that ain't married. Maybe she was hacked. You know what, Jelena? Our theory here in the House of Hill, she was hacked. She was hacked. Okay, absolutely dead. Let's go ahead, move on, and talk about the Biebers, and then we're going to get into Taylor and Travis. So you guys, really quick, I found this so interesting. Again, something that stopped me in my little tracks today. So new report from People magazine. Oh, sorry, I missed a super chat. Hate to say it, but Ari had better PR with Scooter. Oh, no, I don't disagree with that. But I also think that's because Scooter was very dialed into online discussions and allegedly putting people on, which is doing his job, putting people on payroll to speak highly about his clients, which that's what a good manager does. You know what I mean? Soft and Spicy said, I like Selena and I respect Ariana's talent, but she makes questionable decisions. Be Glad said it's a very average performance in comparison to the other nominees. Freisha said, I love Selena, but girl, if you don't know the information, zip it. Okay, the Biebers, you guys. A new report from People Magazine where a source commented on how Justin and Hailey feel about divorce rumors. And I thought it was interesting because there literally has not, and at least that I've seen, been one singular divorce rumor about Justin and Hailey since they announced they're expecting a baby, since baby Jack has arrived. Like, no one's been questioning the status of their marriage. No one's been saying divorce. Yes, at the beginning of the year when they were acting up, people were thinking there were issues, me included. But since the pregnancy reveal and the vow renewal, not one singular person has been saying a damn thing about a divorce rumor. But yet, a source spoke to People Magazine and said, quote, they laugh at the constant divorce rumors. It's annoying, but just noise. And I just thought this was so weird because I was like, why are you bringing this up right now? No one thought, but there's no divorce rumors. Why are we doing this? I don't know. Felt random. It felt like I did not know why this was being brought up. And for it to be in People Magazine was even more confusing to me because you guys know People Magazine usually has their ish together. So I don't know if they were trying to distract from something, or Miss Jackie X said smells like they are trying to stay in the headlines. Shailene said clout. Superstar Bella said, here we go with the attention, people. The Biebers miss the spotlight. So Cosmic Valkyrie said, in a way, this could be a little ill-willed say, if you want to reignite the talk about how it started. Yep. Maybe the insider needed a quick Sky the Slug Cat said. Maybe that insider needed a quick Christmas present money. Honestly, I like that theory. Joy said, I think the source is hearing things. Yeah, I was like very confused because no one's been saying that. But okay, go off, source. If Justin and Hailey are laughing about the constant divorce rumors, they must be on a different algorithm than I'm on. Or just seeing literally news come out of nowhere. Maybe they're living in blind items. That's the only thing I can think of. Even though I haven't seen any blind items. I feel like I'm pretty dialed in. But whatever. You do you. It's fine. Let's go ahead and move on. Get into the Taylor and Travis tea. We're just going to end on this really quick, you guys. So the Eras Tour is oh my God. The Eras Tour is officially over, you guys. Truly the end of an era. Also, if you're here and you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, please go ahead and do so. We have over 230 people here watching. So if you're here and haven't given this video a thumbs up, please go ahead and do so. Brittany said they'd rather those rumors be talked about than Diddy ones from earlier. Brittany, I definitely don't disagree with you. My brain went there as well. But yeah, you guys, the Eras Tour is done. I have a question. Are we gonna stop saying in my blank era? Like, is that dead now? Is that saying dead? Are we not doing that anymore? I kind of feel like it's over, right? I don't know. But I still like saying in my blah, blah, blah era, in my Christmas princess era. Okay, not Christmas princess, but you know what I mean? Like in my blah, blah era. I still like saying those things. So I kind of don't want that to be over. But okay, Betty said it's here to stay. I'm here for it. Crimson Rose said, I put my wristband in Eras book in my office today with pride. I know. Red Wind just said, I'm so sad the Eras Tour is over. I know it's been 2 years, but it feels like it went by so fast. Miss A said, I watched the concert on YouTube. We all, I feel like everyone was watching that final, you know what I mean, show. Shailene said, the song Long Live always makes me cry. Oh, Shailene, me too. Me too. Also wanted to share with you guys, because I know people feel some type of way about Taylor, and I see we already lost some people checked out as soon as I brought up Taylor, and that's fine. I get it. I just want to say, whether you love Taylor or hate her, you should know, okay, that she did give out, reportedly, $197 million in bonuses to her Eras Tour staff, okay? $197 million in bonuses over the last 2 years to her Eras Tour staff. That is on top of their salaries. Everyone from the bus drivers to backstage crew to the dancers. Girl was giving out bonuses, okay? $197 million worth of bonuses to make sure everyone was well fed for literally giving her 2 years of their life, okay? Unserious said, Hailey wants a rep moment so bad, goes on a peptide lip, dead. Which is just like absolutely insane. Joy, literally me. I was like, does Taylor need a backstage PA on the next tour? Because I volunteer as tribute. She did help boost the economy. Bravo to Taylor, what an awesome businesswoman. Redmond just said, I cried during the final bows. All the dancers, band crew crying on stage. I mean, think about it. This has been a very large chunk of a lot of people's lives, you know? I mean, 2 years. That's insane. I'm sure they're all feeling a type of sadness that this is over. I know I would. Like, I think it would, think about how, yes, it is exhausting. Yes, it's tiring always traveling and being on the road, but it's also so fulfilling as a creative. It's so invigorating. It's new every night. You're traveling, you're going. Then for all that to just stop, I think would be hard. I think it would be a hard adjustment. No matter what your bonus was, what your salary was, I think, you know, that's a hard adjustment. And obviously she will do another tour. Like, this is not her last tour. She will do more stuff. But this definitely was a cultural moment in time, and it was insane. And I felt like it was something that brought people together in a time when there was a lot of division too, which was really nice. As Heather said, my husband uses that same phrase, go hard in the paint. We're both millennials, obviously, and I live for it. I'm dead. Miss Heather, tell your husband, iconic. Also too, you guys, I wanted to let you know that eagle-eyed fans noticed a nod to Taylor in Travis's suite at Arrowhead. In his suite, there are these little cutouts of like a Santa and a Mrs. Claus. And on Santa is a picture of Travis's head. And on Mrs. Claus is a photo of Taylor's head. So there are little Santa and Mrs. Claus cutouts in Travis's suite in Arrowhead, which I thought was so cute, so sweet. We love to see it. But yeah, so Taylor is done, you guys. I, think now she's earned herself some rest. Obviously, I think she will be going to spend some time with Travis. We've heard over and over and over again that this is really going to be their time to be together, allegedly see what it's like to be, a real couple without her traveling all the time. And as we heard last week, this is kind of going to be her time to see what's going to happen in her personal life, to see what happens next in her professional one, and we shall see. We shall see. Also, Patty, I love that you got a bob. I love that you got a bob. So, yeah, you guys, I truly am so happy for Taylor. Again, I can't believe it's over. It's crazy. But wow, what a freaking run. Irene said she went to Casey right after the show. She was in the air before it was 1 hour after. Oh, nice. Going home to her mans. And thankfully, the Chiefs can count their lucky stars that we got a win. It was brutal, but we did it. Unserious said Taylor forgot Rep TV and debut TV. Blame Chelsea. I blame JLZ. I know, you know, halfway through the concert last night, my sister was texting me. She was like, do you think she's going to announce anything? Do you think it's going to be a debut? And towards the end, we were just saying, you know what? I don't think she's going to announce anything. I think she's just going to soak up this moment and enjoy it with everyone who, you know, put in so much hard work. And as she should. You know, as much as selfishly I wanted her to announce something, I'm happy that she took that moment to be with her crew and, you know, and now just be in that moment after such an incredible, incredible 2 years. So absolutely here for it. I love it. You guys, also thank you for hanging with me during this whole happy hour hang. I know it was a long one. We had a lot to get into. So thank you guys for hanging with me. We still have over 200 people here, and I've been live for way over an hour. So if you're here and you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, please, please, please go ahead and do so. Also, make sure you tune into Wednesday's happy hour hang at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. Also, make sure you're following me on Instagram, TikTok. You want to make sure you're following me on social media before I leave for this trip, because if there's any updates that happen while I'm abroad with the time difference, you know, posting to social will be the first place I go. Also, you guys, I'm still trying to hit my membership goal, okay? I'm still trying to hit that membership goal. So if you've been considering joining the House of Hill membership, please do so. It is so much fun. You get access to the members only live on Tuesdays, a members only video every Friday. For example, members on Friday got my Disney vlog. Sometimes it's personal, sometimes it's tea. It's a mix of both. So definitely consider joining the membership. You also get access to that House of Hill group chat, which is really where it is all at, you guys. The group chat is so much fun. So definitely consider joining the membership if you haven't done so already. Also, happy birthday, Miss Patty, you icon. I'm so happy that you were able to spend your birthday here in the House of Hill. We love you. We see you. Also, hi, Nancy. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so happy that you were able to make it as well. You guys have a fantastic, fantastic rest of your evening. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Thank you, Joy. Bye, guys.